I guess we could talk about Fire Force because
Yeah.
I want to hear your opinion first.
I was very confused until I watched like recaps. Like
Mm.
somebody explained the ending to me. And the thing is, for like the past like year or so, I've heard that this nigga basically became God. And I was
Yeah.
just like, okay, yeah, that's just some anime shit. Until I actually saw it. And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, damn, this nigga really just fucking OP. Like, the only way to get to him is through psychological warfare, but he got two other niggas in his head, so he ain't gonna beat him. But I ain't gonna lie, maybe it's just the shonen tard in me. When them motherfuckers hit that soul resonance, I ain't gonna lie, I screamed a little. I ain't gonna lie to you, I screamed a little. I was like, wait, that shit hit. That motherfucker hit.
I will not disagree with you on that one.
That motherfucker soul resonance hit like crack, nigga. Oh, I had to run that motherfucker back when I was that shit. I was like, wait, hold on. I was into that shit, and I was like, yeah. Obviously, the whole explanation of how we get Soul Leader, of the word of Soul Leader, and I'm basically fine with it. In a nutshell, I'm basically fine with it because Fire Force has, to be honest with you, Fire Force has been an okay series, but my main driving point for watching it and like finishing it was to see how Soul Eater came to be. So that was my main driving force for it. That's like why I wanted to watch it and got into it. And seeing how it happened, I was like, okay, I'm gonna let it slide, because it's like Soul Eater is a wacky ass anime from how it is, and then when you see Fire Force, it's like, what the? It's kind of.
Wait, did you read the manga? Did you read the manga, or are you just anime only?
Soul Eater?
No, for Fire Force.
Yeah, anime only.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to count, because I did start off reading the manga years ago before it became an anime, but then I stopped when the anime came out.
Well, the reason why I asked, because I was like, did you get spoiled type shit? But but you say since you're anime only, then.
Yeah, I didn't really get spoiled. The only thing I got spoiled about was what his form looked like.
Yeah.
And
Ban Shaman,
that he was OP, but I didn't really. But when people was telling me he was OP, I didn't look deeper into it. I just listened to him, listening to them saying, "Oh, he's OP." It was like before you told me more about what Rimuru could do, kind of thing. I was just kind of taking that face value that he's OP.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I was
okay. So you were just okay with it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm kind of with you, high key. I'm with you.
Oh, okay.
No, because I had
I thought you hated it.
No, I did at first, but it's not because of the ending. It's just the fact that they skipped shit. Like they skipped.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, they skipped shit. Like there was like, Joker had a whole thing with fucking Burns. They skipped that.
When he came back.
Yeah, I mean that's all you see. All you see is Burns come back, and then him and Joker have a conversation. But there's like a whole fight in between that. Like there's like a whole.
Really?
Yeah, there's a whole fight between that. Even at the ending, like with that whole conflict before that happened, there's like a whole nother fight. Like all the doppelgangers, like the doppelganger fights, like were like full chapters, and it kind of went through like a couple, like literally 2 episodes, and I was like, I kind of wanted to see more. Like I wasn't mad at the Benny Maru versus Benny Maru doppelganger fight, because that literally is a one shot. Like that was literally one shot him. But like I wanted to see more Burns and fucking Joker, like because the fact that they build up Joker, and then we don't even get to see him actually like fight his doppelganger, and then Burns come through and do what he got to do type shit. Like I thought like it was a good redemption for Burns and all that other shit, but it is what it is. Also the fucking Assault and Maki fight, that shit, I knew that shit was gonna piss me off, and it did, and it pissed me off in the anime too, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. because you know that episode, that author was basically trying to justify his fan service, which I'm okay with. Like, I don't really like, that's a whole different topic for that. Like, I don't care like for fan service. I don't like, I never really thought Fire Force was crazy on the fan service. I thought niggas was OD on that shit, in my opinion, compared to other anime that actually is way worse than that. But like, to dedicate a chapter just for that is kind of like, especially at the ending, it's kind of like, you could have chose a different time to do that, in my opinion. But that's either here or there, though. But I will say, Arthur, my GOAT.
He's a dog.
When y'all want to talk about Zenitsu and all that shit, y'all niggas don't know the true GOAT. Like my boy Arthur. That's how you write a character like that, bro. I'm sorry. Arthur?
Yeah, you're right.
That's why he's him and whatchamacallit from Farron. What's his name? Fucking
Dog.
Yeah. Those are like, that's how you write a character like that, bro, in my opinion. Like Arthur, that nigga, I'm glad that they gave him like the fight that they gave him, because originally his fight comes before the assault fight and Maki fight. So I'm glad that they did that.
Really?
Yeah, in the manga, that his fight is like before all that. So that's why when you watch like how when he beat Dragon and they fucking, he's in the air, he's there for a long time, but it made it look like he wasn't there for that long, because after that fight, we got to, you know, obviously Himena and you know, all them. But like that shit, I'm glad they did that afterwards. That fight did live up, I will say. That shit lived up. I don't know, but even with that though, I will say the final season to me just felt kind of not only just rushed, but it also just felt, I don't know, it was just something missing. I don't know what it was. I think the lack of like animation, even though I feel like the animation was good, but it's like, it felt like there was a lack of animation in the show.
Be honest, the animation was poor up until certain set pieces, bro.
Yeah,
before the last 2 or 3 episodes, it was like Invincible or like One Punch Man.
Yes,
I'm gonna keep it up.
It was, and I don't disagree with you. That's why I was like, it was, you know, especially, you know, when Burns fights fucking Shinra, I was like, okay,
yeah. Oh my god, bro, my reaction might be on my current channel as well. I was pissed off at that shit.
I'm pretty sure you were.
I was pissed off. I was like, nigga, this is a fucking PowerPoint slide.
Bro, that shit should have been the way that they did that. And then like, okay, I have to say this because also Oregon versus forgot the other dude, the one that protects Amaya, the one with the cross cross shits. Their fight got hoed crazy. I'm not gonna lie. I forgot his name, bro. Goddamn. What's that nigga? Shanron, yeah, Shanron versus Organu. That fight, that was like, that shit pissed me off crazily. And fucking Dr. Giovanni was Dr. Giovanni and going against them niggas. That was cool. I fucked with that. But like, cause he went out like a bitch like he did in the manga. So I was like, you know, I'm glad he got his ass out there, and I'm glad he didn't get reincarnated. Well, he did get reincarnated, but he got reincarnated as a fucking mosquito. So I was glad about that. But overall, I'm like, I don't know, man. I feel like something was missing, but like it did adapt it just like the manga did, especially the last 2 episodes when we got Bancha Man. It was literally just 1 for 1 from the manga. They didn't like, but when I mean 1 for 1, I mean like it was literally like, I feel like I was just reading the manga. It didn't feel like no, you know, animation for real. Like it just felt like I was just reading the manga verbatim. Like they didn't like, I don't know, bro. It was just like, okay. And I fucked with it though, because you know, obviously when you said when they said Soul Resonance, and I knew people were gonna go crazy on that, I was like, yeah, that shit did hit though, because we haven't heard that shit for over 13 plus years or some shit like that.
Dog. I was like, nah, cause bro, literally, like you said, I haven't watched Soul Eater in so long. I've been meaning to rewatch it, and I just haven't, bro. And then just to hear them say, and for them to do like the little like with the little lightning bolts in the middle, and then
Yeah.
the whole face shaking with the little black lines and shit. Not, bro, that shit.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, that shit was peak, bruh. Like I said, there was peak moments, especially when Arthur fucking slashed the earth in half. That shit was also peak. You know what I'm saying? Benny Mario hit the fucking one sun with the fucking, or the sun wheel. That shit was peak too. You know what I'm saying? And that, was even more crazy because that nigga was floating in, like, that's the thing that pissed me off though, because that nigga was floating in the air half a body, and then out of nowhere he just got his full body, and like there's some,
I didn't understand that.
But like I said, there's some context missing in that shit. Like, people like, bro, this is, I don't know, this is a lot of, you know what I mean? But like I said, Soul Resonance, that shit was fire. Obviously seeing Maka, fucking Black Star and Kid and fucking,
the younger ones.
Yeah, and obviously seeing Maka's mom and shit, like all seeing like fucking obviously how Soul Eater originally started, and fucking even seeing fucking Excalibur, which I don't know why this Excalibur discourse is needed. Like, yeah, cause I think people were confused as like because Excalibur, like, he's the first Meinster, I guess technically.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know, people
offer him the first Meister weapon, like, duel.
Yeah, but for some reason I don't know why I think people were upset about that or something. I don't know too much, but I just know for the fact that it's like, yeah, that's how that happened. Arthur was the first wielder, like he was the first, like he's the first like Soul Eater technically, like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
people, I don't know why people, and whatchamacallit is the first witch, Inca's the first witch that that started this shit, bro. And it's like, that shit cool, even though obviously she was trying to get that baby off that man. Shinra.
She was just trying to get that seed.
She was trying to get that Shinra meat, boy. I don't blame her though. But it's like,
she's trying to do what them girls failed with Drake. Too bad he didn't have hot sauce.
I mean, she did do it though, technically, because they have a kid at the end. So
yeah,
that's crazy, bro. But it's like, I will say though, as much as like, I love that it followed the manga, I really wish that they added some more to that, just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I just overall, I felt like it was good. It was like I don't know how to describe it. It's like when when you order a pizza and you have a specific topping, and it's like they deliver the pizza and they forget that one topping that you wanted on the pizza. That's kind of how it felt for me. I don't know how to describe it. It just felt like it was good, but it's like, I wish I had that, pepperoni or something on there, bro. Like, something a little extra to like, to make it feel worth it. Cause like, we waited like for this to be the final season. I already knew they were going to skip on a lot of shit, but it's like, I didn't know it was going to be this egregious, bro. Like, they were just trying to get this shit out just to get it out, bro. And I'm like,
yeah, I can see why you said that.
Yeah, it's just like, I was waiting for this shit. I'm like, I feel like, especially compared to season 1, like the end, like, I don't know, it's just the drop in quality just lost it for me, bro.
It's definitely, it's apparent.
Yeah,
the quality is apparent.
But I'm still not. I'm like, all right, whatever. It is what it is. Now, if this leads up to an actual reboot of Soul Eater, then I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna have to change my opinion on that.
Because if they do, I'm not gonna lie, that might be cinema.
I'm just saying.
That might be cinema.
I might have to change my opinion on it. I'll be like, as long if we get that bullshit rush ending and we get an actual good adaptation of Soul Eater. Not saying that the original wasn't bad. It was bad, but I'm just saying like we get a modern one.
A modern one because I swear the ending wasn't the same as the anime, as the manga.
Well, they didn't finish it. They didn't even finish it. Like there was a whole I think 2 chapters from where we finished.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Or not 2 chapters, 2 or an arc or 2 or some shit. They didn't fully adapt the full Soul Eater shit, so it's like, yeah, I mean, like if we get something like that, then I'll change my opinion on it. But right now, I'm like, it's satisfying. It's what's the word? Not satisfying. It's sustainable. Like I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. I wish they could have did more. Now I hold certain niggas, but I'm okay with it because we got to see Monsherman. You know what I'm saying? We got to see fucking Shinra's mom and Sho. They doing being a happy family. That shit was like, you know what I'm saying? Himea not having to listen to the demons in her head anymore. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, that shit was you know, that shit was fire. You know what I mean? That shit was fire. But other than that, yeah, that shit was fire to me. I will say though, that fucking I forgot the big lady. I'm gonna be honest. The one when they get absorbed in Hamea, the one of the pillars. I keep on forgetting her name.
Oh, the old lady.
Yeah, the one that's like the only actual real living person in the show.
That episode was so trippy.
It was trippy, but I liked it though, cause I'm like, that shit.
Fair enough.
People don't know.
Wait for her to die.
Yeah, like cause you, bro, nigga, the fact that she's like a real character, like a real person in real life, put into the anime world, like that shit really high key. Not a lot of people talk about that shit, but the fact that, you know, I know some other shows did it before, but it's like, bro, the previous world before the Fire Force world was our actual world that we live in right now. That shit is fire to me. That I keep might be telling that shit might actually come true. I'm just saying.
Never know.
I'm just saying, bro. Like, niggas might have predicted the future on that bit. I ain't gonna lie.
Shit, look at One Piece.
Amen. Knowing how shit gonna go down. But I was like, okay. I'm like, it's cool, bro.
It's definitely serviceable.
Yeah, serviceable is what the word I wanted to say. Yeah, serviceable. It was definitely. It did what it needed to do, but I just wish, you know, I feel like they did a little bit more, especially on the animation department. My opinion.
Yeah, I feel you.
My opinion, bro. But I will say this though, if we do get a Soul Eater remake, I would like to see Obi and Shinra being mentioned in Soul Eater, so that way we can actually get that connection, like him, Shinra, and fucking Benimaru, since they're like the captains of the world or whatever. Like, I need that, or Arthur too. Like, I need like a mention of them in Soul Eater, so we can actually connect this properly. Yeah. Because technically he's still alive during the time when Maki and them are all in school. So
they're not though. They shouldn't be, because I swear they said it was like 1,000 years later.
No, they said
I know we got. If that, because that will create like a whole continuity issue if Shinra and all of them are alive while they're kids.
Yeah, but the thing is though, since he wrote Fire Force after Soul Eater, I don't think he was originally trying to connect the two worlds. But now that he
that's
did,
what I'm saying. That's why I feel like he wouldn't do that, because that will create. It would like debunk or like just create a whole lot more confusion of why, for example, when they're dealing with the Kishin, why the fuck doesn't Arthur and all of them show up, kind of thing.
No, I'm not talking about like, because that's way later though. I'm talking about like at the very beginning, like, you know, when they're like about to go to the school type shit, because they're technically are still
not even that young. They're not even that young.
No, I mean, she's like 15. She was like 5 at the end of the show, at the end of Fire Force, and they're still alive. And their kids are still alive too. Like,
if
Shinra's.
If that was the case that they were still alive when they were 5, then there should have been some sort of like premise for there being a Shinra, for there to not be anything in the original Soul Leader, for him to just make him alive while they're little kids now would cause like a lot of issues with fans, because it'd be like, where are all these niggas? Because not all of them are dead. There's no way all of them are dead. And that's what I was trying to.
But that's what I was saying though, because that's not. I'm not the writer, nigga. Like, the nigga wrote it after that shit, bro. Like, plus, but to be fair, I will say that obviously the one link is Excalibur, because Excalibur's still in Soul Eater as well. But mind you, there's always been continuity issues, because there's continuity issues with Soul Eater Not and Soul Eater. So, because it kind of Soul Eater Not kind of retcons Fire Force in a certain way, because like they explain Death, how he was originated originally, and it wasn't from Shinra. It wasn't from Banshee-Man Shinra. It was from something else. Like, he just manifested into something. Like, they never explain like Shinra was actually the one who made him, and then obviously took death away and all that other shit or whatever. Not took death or made death an actual like thing or some shit. Like there's a lot of continuity issues with that whole series, but hey, I ain't the one to write it, so I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, sorry. Because the reason why I'm saying that is because it just wouldn't make any sort of sense.
I know.
So that's why I just have to double check, and yeah, it's like the distance between Fire Force and Soul Eater is like a good 800 years, 1,000 years. I just had to make sure I just double check that, and yeah, that is the key. Because I know because I thought that too, is because like by the scenes, like after scene by scene, you see Shinra, you see Shinra's kids, and then you'll see Mark, and then you'll see like Black Star, Kid, Death the Guard making Kid, and all of that. I think they were just showing the passage of time. It wasn't all at the same time.
No, they said it wasn't no, they were still there though, because Shinra's kids are still there at the time. That's why I'm trying to tell you, because that's what's in the manga. In the manga,
Soul Eater.
You said what?
Shinra's kids, like the blonde kid and the pink kid, kid, aren't around during the time of Soul Eater.
No, I mean like they're in the world. They're not in the show. That's what I'm trying to say.
No, they're dead.
No, they're not dead. They're still alive. It's literally in the anime. Did you not watch it?
Yeah, I know. No, I saw them that they were alive, but what I'm trying to explain to you is that how they portrayed it in the show was that was just passage of time. It wasn't.
No, but in the manga,
those clips of all of them happening wasn't all at the same time. That's what I'm trying to tell you. All of that happening was not all at the same time.
In the but I'm telling you that they got that verbatim from the manga, and that's what it said. It wasn't that far in the future like that. That's in the manga, bro. I don't know what to tell you.
And that's why I just searched it right now.
Hold on.
You're telling me it's 800 years later. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Hold on, let me double check, bro. Because I promise you, I literally just reread this shit, and it said 80 years. Not no 800 years. That might have been a miscalculation. I just read this shit, man. I just read this shit. I'm telling you, that's what it said, bro. Hold on, let me pull that hoe up. Wait, hold. My screen's not showing right. I want to get my ass out of here, but bada bing, bada boom, bada boom, bada bing, bada boom, bada. Yeah, Shinra is 42. Around this time, his kids pop up. Bada bing. Yeah, Shinra, bro. Oh, it says in the far distant future.
Yeah. Yeah, for example, this is just an example of that point. In Soul Eater, like in the show Soul Eater, like through the manga and everything, they mentioned that Death,
oh my god,
the thing that Shinra created. You know how they mentioned Death hunted the Arachne, the Spider Woman.
Yeah, well, she's the one that people know that she created the devil meisters or whatever, the weapons. Like she took Death's idea for that.
Yeah. In Soul Eater, they mentioned that Death hunted Arachne 800 years before the start of Soul Eater. In Soul Eater, they mentioned that Death was hunted her down for doing that bullshit 800 years before the start of Soul Eater. That's just the first the first timeline of how distant Fire Force is from here. Because if that's happening 800 years before Soul Eater, and then there's still a gap between Fire Force and that happening, it's got to be more than 800 years. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm trying to read the shit, because I swear they said that, but not. I mean, I guess it doesn't even really matter. But I guess even still, because like mind you, Death is there, and Death knows that, obviously Shinra made him. So that's what I'm saying. Like, there should still be a mention of him and Benimaru and Obi in there somewhere in the text or shit. That's what I'm trying to say now.
Oh yeah, no, I agree with you on that. It was just them being in the show that would be a bit far fetched.
Yeah, they literally, it just says in the far.
VJ3 has been announced.
Right,
it's coming out.
They said it's just in the far distant future. Then I guess I don't know. I don't know. I guess that was just kind of whatever. I guess I didn't read that one tiny ass panel that they said that, bruh. That's stupid though.
Yo, what's happening? I got here early.
You got here just on time. Cause now I gotta go to sleep. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Damn.
But yeah, I guess I'm either way though. W Fire Force though. It what it is though. LB, how you doing, sir?
How they say hi in France?
Hola. Okay. All right. Speaking of France.